This conference will now be recorded.
Fine, guys. Let us start the session. Let me go and open the previous class notepad. Let me go and open the previous class notepad. The Power Apps. Go to the class notes. Batch 9 a.m. Let me go and open the Power Apps introduction. Now try to understand, guys. In the previous class, in yesterday's class, we started discussing about the Power Apps. The previous class we discussed about what is the Power Apps, what is Power Apps, what's the definition of it we discussed, and also we understand who will use this Power Apps software. We understand who will use the Power Apps software, and then we know that there are two ways where we can create the apps in the Power Apps. There are two ways where we can go and create the apps in Power Apps, types of Power Apps. One is Canvas app, second one is model driven app. Now we know that what is meant by Canvas app. We know that what is meant by Canvas app. Also we know that what is meant by the model driven apps. Also we discussed in the previous class, that is in yesterday's class, what is the differences between the Canvas app and model driven app. When to go and use the Canvas app we discussed, and when we need to go and use the model driven app we discussed. And also we discussed some of the differences between these two. Among these two, between these two apps, what is the app nowadays the customers are using or the companies are using to develop the apps is they are using the Power Apps. Greater than 90% of the companies are using the Power Apps, are using the Power Apps software. See, in the Power Apps, Canvas app is a software they are using to create the apps. These things we discussed in the yesterday's class. And now in today's session, we'll understand in today's session we are going to understand, we'll be understanding in class 2 how to open the Power Apps software. In the yesterday's class we discussed at a high level. First point we'll understand now in today's session is how to open the Power Apps software, and then we'll understand Power Apps user interface, Power Apps UI. What is the user interface? What is the UI for Power Apps? These 2 points we'll discuss now, and then after we'll start creating the apps. Now first let me go and discuss about how to open the Power Apps software, guys. Now see, in order to open the Power Apps software, in order to open the Power Apps software, I said that there are two ways where we can go and open it. How to open the Power Apps software is directly you can go to the office.com. Directly you can go to where? Office.com. Or another way is you need to go and directly if you want to open the Power Apps means go and use the make.powerapps.com. Make.powerapps.com. You can go and open the Power Apps either by using the office.com or directly by using the make.powerapps.com. Now let me go and show you how to open the Power Apps by using both the ways, both by using the office.com and make.powerapps.com. So to open the Power Apps software, as we know that you need to go and select any one of the web browser. Let me go and open the Google Chrome. Let me go to any one of the web browser, and then here type here office.com. Yes. First let me show you how to open the Power Apps by using the office.com. Let me type here office.com. When I go with the office.com, this is the UI for Microsoft 365. This is the UI for Microsoft 365. And then from here, you can go to the app launcher. How to open from this? From here, from the office.com, how to open the Power Apps is go to the app launcher. This one we'll call it as an app launcher. Click on it. Here you can see the Microsoft 365 related apps. If you are not able to find the Power Apps here, go and click on the explore all your apps. Go and click on explore all your apps. Click on it. It will open another window. It will open another window. Now from here, you can find out all the Microsoft 365 related apps. Now go to the search bar, go to the search bar and type here Power Apps and type here Power Apps. When I type here Power Apps, you are able to see the Power Apps icon. This is the icon for Power Apps, guys. Now when I click on it, when I click on it, now see, it is going to open the Power Apps software now. It's going to open the Power Apps software. In this also, what is the web URL to connect to the Power Apps is make.powerapps.com. This is the one way. By using this, office.com, you can go and connect to the Power Apps software. Another way is close these tabs, close these tabs. Another way is, what's the second way? Directly go and use the make.powerapps.com. If you directly go and use the make.powerapps.com, you are going to connect to the Power Apps software. make.powerapps.com. Now just click on the enter button. When I click on the enter button, now see, directly I'm opening the Power Apps. No need to go to the Office 365. No need to go to Office 365. Directly you can go and open what? With the help of this web URL, make.powerapps.com. Directly you can go and open the Power Apps. Now once if you open the Power Apps, you can see in the Power Platform what software you are using here. Currently in the Power Platform, I'm working with what? Power Apps. I'm opening the Power Apps software. Now in this UI, in this UI, first let me explain where you can see through which user you are logging in. On the top right side, on the top right side, here you are able to find out to which username you are logging with, guys. Now when I click on it, now see, this is the username I am logging with. User 36 is the credentials I'm using to log in with the Power Apps. And then in the left navigation, this is the left navigation, guys. This is the left navigation. In the left navigation, there are multiple tabs will be there. First one is home tab. First one is home tab. This is the welcome. This is the welcome page. This is the welcome page. And then second tab is create tab. This is the place. Create tab is the place where you can go and create your apps. From where you can go and create the apps in within the Power Apps is you need to go to where? Go to the create tab. Go to the create tab, and from here you can create your apps. Create your apps. From here you can go and create the apps. And third tab is learn. If you want to learn the Power Apps, anything related to the Power Platform, guys. If you want to learn anything related to the Power Platform, you can learn it from here. Everything will be documented format. Microsoft provided some document. If you want to learn anything, you can go and learn it from here. You can go and learn it from here. And then next tab is apps. Currently I don't have any apps here. Currently I'm not having any apps here. Why? Because I haven't created any app. If you create any app, where you can go and see your apps is, you can go and see your apps in the apps tab. So these are the different tabs we are having. Is remaining tabs will be there. Table tab. This is the data where we can see all these things. We'll discuss in the coming classes. These are some advanced things. For now you are not able to understand it, and also there is some lot of things we need to discuss about it. So anyway, we'll discuss all this stuff in the coming classes. So this is the left navigation. This is the left navigation. If you want to hide this left navigation, go and click on it. We can hide it. You see, when I click on it, you can hide. If you click on it, you can open the left navigation. This is the welcome page. This is the welcome page of the Power Apps. Now, my requirement is I need to go and create an app. My requirement is I need to go and create an app in the Power Apps. In order to create the app, you need to go to where? Go to the Create tab. Go to the Create tab. Within the Create tab, it will allow us to create your apps. It is telling that create your apps from here. Now you can create the apps from the blank screen, blank app. You can create the app from the scratch. From the scratch, you can go and create it, or you can create the apps on the top of the Dataverse. I said that Dataverse is a database software. You can directly create an app with the help of this Dataverse by connecting to the Dataverse databases. By default, if you go and use this Dataverse database to create the app, it will create the three screens, guys. It will create by default three screen app. And if you want to create an app using the SharePoint directly, you can create it. If you want to create an app by using the Excel as the data source, directly you can go and create it. And if you want to create an app by using the SQL as a data source, you can go and create it. So there are different ways where you can go and create the apps case. This is not the best way to go and use it. These are not the best way to go and use it, but you can go and create it if you want. All this by default, they will create how many apps? 3 screen app it will create, guys. By default, it will create 3 screens within the app. For now, I want to create the app. I want to create the app by using the blank app from the scratch. From the scratch, I want to design. I want to create the app by with the help of my own design, guys. So let me go and click on blank app. Go and click on the blank app. Now see, when I click on this blank app, it will allows us to create the apps. I said that you can create the apps in 2 ways. What are the 2 ways? One is by using the Canvas app. One is by using the Canvas app. Second one is by using the model driven apps. See, this is the Canvas app. This is the model driven apps. Model driven apps are going to be created by using the dataverse as a data source. By using the dataverse as a data source. Next one is Power Pages. Power Pages is for websites. This is used to develop the websites, guys. If you want to develop any websites, you can go and use the Power Pages. It doesn't comes under the creating the apps. It is for websites. Now we are going to create the app from the blank Canvas app. So I want to create an app by using what? Canvas app. Now just go and click on the create here. Just go and click on the create. When I click on the create, when I click on the create, it is asking me to pass the app name. It is asking me to pass the app name. Let me pass the app name as demo. I'm keeping one simple name, demo. Now you can create the app, whatever the app you are going to create here. You can create that app for the tabular mode, tabular view, tablet view, and you can create the app for the phone view, guys. So you can create the apps for 2 views. One is for tablet view, second one is for the mobile view. Let me go and create the app first for a mobile view, guys, phone view. In the coming classes, we'll discuss about how to create an app for the tablet view also. Let me select the app view as mobile phone and then click on the create button. When I click on the create button, it is going to create an app with the name demo. Let me click on the create button. Let me click on the create button. Now see, just skip this. It's giving some message, welcome to Power Apps Studio. This is the Power Apps Studio, guys. This complete UI is called as Power Apps Studio. Now just skip it, click on the skip. Now see, this is the Power Apps user interface, Power Apps Studio user interface. Now in this, you can see here the name. What is the name of this app I'm keeping? Demo is the name I'm keeping this app. Next, now see here, guys, we discussed about how to open the Power Apps now. Next we'll discuss here is Power Apps user interface. Next point we'll discuss here is Power Apps user interface, or we'll call it as a Power Apps Studio user interface. Anything you can call it as. Now see here, guys, in this Power Apps user interface, there are different types of panes will be there. There are different types of panes will be there. The first one is this one we'll call it as a canvas pane. The first one is we'll call it as what? This is the first one. This one we'll call it as what? Canvas pane. And the second one is ribbon pane. This is the second one. And the second one is what? Ribbon pane. Second one is ribbon pane. And third one is what here is properties pane. Third one is what? Properties pane. And the fourth one is app authoring names, or we'll call it as a left navigation, guys. Left navigation pane, or we'll call it as a app authoring names. App authoring name. This is the fourth. This is the fourth pane. And then next one is this one we'll call it as fifth one. Fifth one. This one we'll call it as a properties list. This one we'll call it as a properties list. And then this one we'll call it as a formula bar. Sixth one. Sixth pane is what? This one we'll call it as formula bar. And then one more is the seventh one, seventh pane. This one we'll call it as a app actions. Here we can perform the app actions. Seventh one, seventh pane. And then one more is screen selector pane. And one more is eighth one is screen selector pane. So these are the different types of panes. These are the different types of panes that are available in the Power Apps user interface, Power Apps UI, or we'll call it as a Power Apps Studio user interface. Power Apps Studio user interface. Let me go and discuss one by one here, guys. First, let me go and discuss the what is this canvas pane, or we'll call it as a screen pane, guys. We'll call it as a canvas pane or a screen pane. Let me discuss one by one. First, let me go and keep here. The first one is canvas, or we'll call it as a screen pane. Canvas or a screen pane. And the second one is what? Second one is what? Ribbon pane. Second one is what? Ribbon pane. Let me keep here the second one. Second one is ribbon pane, or we'll call it as a Power App Studio ribbon pane, guys. Ribbon pane, or you can call it as what? Power Apps Studio. Power Apps Studio ribbon pane. And third one is properties pane. What's the third one? Properties pane. Third one is properties pane. Third one is properties pane. Third one is properties pane. And fourth one is app authoring pane. App authoring pane. We'll call it as app authoring pane, guys. Or we'll call it as a left navigation. In Power Apps terminology, we'll call it as what? App authoring pane. App authoring pane or menu. Let me keep it as menu. App authoring menu. And fifth one is properties list. And sixth one is properties list. Let me keep here the fifth one is properties list. And sixth one is, what's the sixth one? Formula bar. Sixth one is formula bar. And seventh one is app actions pane. Seventh one is app actions pane. App actions pane. And finally, the eighth one is screen selector pane. Eighth one is screen selector. Screen selector pane. These are the different types of panes that are available in the Power Apps user interface, or we'll call it as a Power Apps Studio, or we'll call it as a Power Apps Studio user interface. Power Apps Studio will contains the different sections or a panes. As we know that first one is canvas, second is Power Apps Studio ribbon pane, properties pane, app authoring pane, properties list pane, formula bar, app actions, and screen selector. Now we'll discuss one by one here, guys. First one we'll discuss about what is this canvas pane. What is this canvas pane or a screen pane? Try to understand. Canvas pane, canvas pane, or a screen pane, or a screen pane is the place, is the place where we design, where we design the apps, where we design the apps based on the user experience. The place where we can go and design or create the apps based on the user experience. That place we'll call it as canvas pane, guys. Now see, this is the canvas pane, this is the canvas pane, or we'll call it as a screen pane. This is the canvas pane or a screen pane where we can go and create the apps, or where we can go and design the apps based on the user experience, based on the user experience. And next one is ribbon pane. We'll call it as ribbon pane, or we'll call it as a Power Apps Studio, Power Apps Studio pen. We'll call it as a ribbon pen or Power Apps Studio pen. Now, what this ribbon pen or Power Apps Studio pen will contains here is Power Apps Studio pen. It will contains the multiple tabs. It will contains the multiple tabs, multiple tabs, and each tab will contains under the each tab contains different GUI options, different GUI options, GUI options, which is used to create the apps, which is used to create the apps. Now see here guys, what I'm telling here is what the Power Apps Studio ribbon pane will contains is it will contains the multiple tabs. Under each tab, under each tab will contains different GUI options, GUI options, which is used to create the apps. Now see, this is the canvas pane, this is the canvas pane where I can go and develop my, or where we can go and create the app. Now to create the app, you need to use some controls guys. You need to go and use some controls. Where you can go and bring the controls is you can go and bring the controls from the ribbon pane. You can go and bring the controls from where? From the ribbon pane. In the ribbon pane we have the different tabs. One is back option guys. If you see, the first tab is back. What is the use of this back is it is used to go back guys. If you want to go back from this app, you can go and click on the back app. And next one is undo and redo. If you want to undo and redo the app, that means go back one step, or if you want to get back the deleted step again, you can go and use undo and redo. And next one is paste. Whenever if you want to copy and paste anything, you can go and use it. Copy. If you want to paste it, you can go and paste it. If you want to cut anything, you can cut. Copy, paste. You can perform these three options from this tab. And next another tab is this is the important one guys. In the ribbon pane, what is the important tab where you can go and to create the app, where we can go and use to create the apps is that is insert tab. Now what the insert tab will contains means insert tab will contains the different types of GUI options, or we'll call it as different types of controls case. Under the insert tab, whatever the options you are able to see here, all these are called as controls. All these are called as what? Controls. By using these controls only, we are going to create the apps in the canvas app. This is the canvas app or a screen app, screen pane, where you can go and create the apps. If you want to create the apps within this canvas pane, you need to go and use what? You need to go and use the controls. You can go and get the controls from where? From the insert tab. You can go and get the controls. So let me keep here in in this ribbon pane, the most important one is insert tab guys. In the under the insert tab, what it will contains? Controls. Let me keep that point here. Let me keep that point here. Under the ribbon pane, we'll have an tab called insert tab. Now what is the use, what the insert tab will contains means insert tab contains the different types of controls. Insert tab contains the different types of controls, different types of controls, different types of controls. By using these controls, I said that we have the different types of controls here. Now by using these controls, let me keep here. By using these controls, we can create the apps. If you want to create the apps in the canvas app, you need to go and use what? Controls. Where you can find out the controls? In the ribbon tab you can find out. Within the ribbon tab, what is the tab? Within the ribbon pane, what's the tab? Insert tab. If you go to the insert tab, you'll have the different types of controls guys. See, text label is one control, edit form is one control, text input is another control, gallery is one control, rectangle is one control, date picker is one control, button is one control. And then input, under the input we have the different types of controls: button, text input, pen input, drop down, combo box, date picker, list box. So radio box, toggle button, rating buttons, rating control, timer control. So there are different types of controls will be there, guys. There are around more than 100 plus controls, not 100, I think. More than 500 controls will have, guys. More than 500 controls we can make use of from here. By using these controls only, by using these controls, we are going to create the apps in the canvas pane. In the canvas pane, by using what you can go and create the apps with the help of controls. Where you can find out the controls? Within the ribbon tab. Within the ribbon pane, where you can see the controls means under the insert tab, you can go and find out it. And next one, what's the next pane? Properties pane, guys. What is my next pane? The next pane is properties pane. Now the third pane is in the Power App Studio user interface properties pane. Now this is the properties pane, guys. This is the properties pane. Now what is the use of this properties pane is? What is the use of this properties pane is? Properties pane is used to design the app. Let me keep here. Properties pane is used to, instead of calling it as design, we can call it as a format. Properties pane is used to format the apps. Canvas format the apps based on the user experience. Based on the user experience. Now what is the use of this properties pane is? By using this properties pane is used to format the apps based on the user experience. Now see here, guys, this is the screen I'm having. This is the canvas pane, or this is the screen I'm having. Now my requirement here is I want to change the background color for this screen. This is my first screen. This is my first screen. I want to change the background for this screen. If you want to change the background, you can go and use this properties pane. You can go and use the properties pane. In the properties pane, we'll have an option called fill option. You can select here what is the background color you want to keep. Let me go and click on this fill icon. Let me go and click on this fill icon. And from here, you can go and select whatever the background color you want to keep. Let's say I want to keep the background color as red. Now see, automatically the background color for this app is change it to red. And also if you want to keep any background images, if you want to keep any background image for this app, you can go and create the background images, guys. Background image, you can go and select the background image from your local system. Add an image from your local system. That app you can go and keep it here. That whatever the image you are going to get, you can keep it here. If you want to add any background images, you can add. So this, what is the use of this format, or sorry, what's the use of this properties pane is? This properties pane is used to format the app based on the user experience. Whenever if you want to format it, you can go and use what? Properties pane. And also if you see, let me bring it to white. Let me bring it to white, or let me keep it as red itself. Now try to understand, guys. Into this canvas app, I want to keep some header. For the first screen, I want to keep some header, guys. Let me keep the header as demo. I want to keep the header as something like demo. Now how to keep the header? In order to keep the header for this first screen, for the screen or a canvas pane, I need to go to the insert tab. I need to go to where? I need to go to the insert tab. From the insert tab, I need to go and select one of the control. Which control is suitable? Which control is best suitable to create the header is? Go and select the text label. Whenever if you want to keep any text, go and select the control as text label, guys. I'm going to select one of the control. Now when I go and select any control from the insert tab, that control is going to be added to the canvas pane or into the screen. Now you can drag and drop anywhere, guys. Anywhere if you want to keep it, you can drag and drop it, or you can resize it. You can resize it based on your own requirement. So in this, I want to keep it on the top. I want to keep it on the top, and then I want to keep some text for this. Now see, whenever I click on this, whenever I click on this text box, this text box properties, where I can see this text box properties, where we can see this text box properties is in the properties pane. Previously, when I select the screen, if 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 you see, the properties of the screen is changing. But when I go and select the control, but when I go and select the control, text box control, text box control. Now see, the properties are changing. Now I am selecting the text box. Whatever the control you are selecting within the canvas pane, whatever the control you are selecting in the canvas pane, this particular control properties where it will display here. Now by using the properties, what we can do, we can format this text box. Let me show you what formatting I am going to do here, guys. Let us say I want to keep some text. I want to change this text from text to demo. I want to change it to demo. Now go to the text. I'm having one format option called text. Go to the text, select the text, and then here you can go and change the name to demo. Name to demo. I'm keeping the header as demo. And then after, I want to change the font color, guys. Go to the font, go to the font, select this one, and I'm changing some font style, and I'm increasing some size, font size. I want to increase the font size to 28. I want to increase the font size to 28. And then font weight, I want to keep it in the bold. I want to keep it in the bold. And then I want to align it in the middle, align it in the middle. And the next my requirement here is, let me go and give some border. I want to give some border. Let me keep the border size as border width as 3. And then I want to change the border color. Select the border color. And then I want to change the border color to white. Border color to white. And then I want to change this text color also, guys. I want to change this text color from black to white. If you want to change the text color, go to the color, go to the color, and then click on it, click on it. Go and select the, go and change the font color. Now see, automatically the font color is changed. Now see, I'm doing some formatting here, guys. Let me increase the border width. Let me increase some border width. Let me keep it as 5. Now try to understand. This is the control I'm selecting. What's my control? The control is text box, text label. Now when I select the control, any control in the canvas app, in the canvas app, that particular control properties, it will display here in the properties pane. Now by using this properties pane, you can go and format this control. So in the formats pane, what we can see? We can see the list of properties based on the selected control. Let me keep that point here, guys. Let me keep that point here. Properties pane, properties pane will displace the properties pane will displace the list of properties, will displace the list of properties, will displace the list of properties for a selected, for a selected control, for a selected control which is used to format, for a selected control which is used to format, which is used to format the app. Now what I'm telling here is, properties pane will displace the list of properties for a selected control. Now see, in this in this canvas pane, I'm having only one control, that is text label. Text label, when I select this text label, if you select any one of the control within the canvas pane, that particular control properties where we can go and see, means we can go and see this particular properties in the properties pane. In the, under the properties pane, we can go and list out, we can see the list of properties for a selected control. For this selected control, it, in the properties pane, we can see the list of controls which are going to be used to format this control. To create the app, I'm using one of the control, that is text label. To format this text label, I'm going to use some options which is available in the properties pane. It will display the list of properties which is used to format the text controls, or we'll call it as a controls. This is about what is meant by this properties pane, guys. What the properties pane will contains. And the next one is, fourth one is app authoring pane. Next one is what? App authoring pane. Now what is this app authoring pane? What is this app authoring pane? App authoring pane, app authoring pane will contains the, app authoring pane contains multiple tabs, guys. App authoring contains the multiple tabs. The multiple tabs. Now, if you see, this one we'll call it as app authoring pane, guys. This one we'll call it as what? App authoring pane. This app authoring pane will contains the multiple tabs. Now see, the first one is what it is, preview. Whatever the tab I am selecting, this is the preview. This is the tree view. What is this tree view? You will understand. This is the first one. Tree view is the first tab. Second tab is insert tab, guys. Second tab is insert tab. Now see, whatever the options you are seeing under the insert tab, the same options you can find out from here also. Here also I'm having an insert tab in the ribbon. Same options you can find out here. So insert tab will contains what? Different types of controls which is used to design the app, which is used to create the app. You can add the controls to this canvas pane from from the ribbon pane using the insert tab, or you can go and add it from here in the left navigation pane called app authoring pane. And third one is data. Third one is what? Data. Now see, from here you can connect to the data sources, guys. Data is nothing but from this is the place from here where you can go and connect the data. Now see, you can connect to the different types of connectors. What are the different types of connectors we are having, guys? See, click on the see all connectors. Now see, there are a number of connectors will be there. In the yesterday's class I discussed about one concept called connectors, guys. In yesterday's class, we discussed about connectors. What is meant by connectors? Connectors are used to connect to the data sources from the Power Apps. So if you want to connect to the data sources from the Power Apps, from where you can connect this? You can connect it from the data. You can go to this tab, data tab, and then you can go and click on the add tab, add data, click on the connectors, and then click on the see all connectors. When I click on see all connectors, it will display all the connectors. Around 600 plus connectors I said that will connect, right? These are all the connectors. And then see, whatever the data tab you are seeing here, the same data tab you can find out from the ribbon tab also. From the ribbon pane also you can find out it. Whatever the options you are seeing here, you can see it from here also. Go and click on the add data, go and click on the connectors. Now see, from here also you can go and select the connector, to which connector you want to connect. Options will be same, but they are providing the in different place. One way is you can select it from the ribbon pane, or you can select it from the app authoring pane. And next one is media pane, guys. We'll call it as media pane. Within the app, within this app, if you want to use any images, videos, audio files, you can go and upload those images, videos, and audio files from here. And next one is Power Automate flows. If you want to use the Power Automate flows within the Power Apps, you can go and use it. All these are somewhat advanced concepts we'll discuss in the coming classes, guys. Anyway, we'll discuss all this one. So the next one is what here is. What's the next pane? App authoring pane. Now what the app authoring pane will contains? App authoring pane will contains the multiple tabs. These are the different tabs it will contains, guys. These are the different tabs it will contains. Under this, on this app authoring pane, whatever you are able to see here, these three tabs, you are able to find it from the ribbon tab also. From the ribbon tab also. In the app authoring menu, what is the default tab is? The default tab is tree view. This one will call it as a tree view. Under the tree view, we'll have the two options, guys. One is screens, and second one is components. What is this components? What is this components? We'll understand in the coming classes, guys. Components is a separate topic and also one of the most important topic. We'll discuss this components minimum for 3 hours in the coming classes. At that time, you'll understand what this component section will contains. For now, let me go and explain the screens. If you go to the screens, what the screens will show. Now see here, guys. By default, whenever you create an app, it will add one screen, guys. It will add one screen. This is the default screen. By default, whenever you are creating an app, Power Apps will add one default screen. This is the screen one. Under the screen section, you can find out the screens, whatever the screens you are adding. This is the screen one, guys. And also you can see that name here, screen one. Currently, we are in the screen one. In the screen one, whatever the controls you are using, you can see that controls here. See, in this screen one, I'm adding one control, right? This is the control I'm adding. What's the control? Text label is my control. Now you can see this, whatever the controls you are adding, to this canvas pane, you can see this control name in the tree view. Under the tree view, you can see the whatever the controls you are adding. If you want to rename this, you can rename it, guys. This is the label. By default is giving the label. If you want to keep it, if you want to rename it, you can rename it from here. You can rename it from here, or otherwise, select the control. You can rename it from here also. From here also you can rename it. From here you can go and select it. You can rename it. Let me keep it as a header. Let me keep it as what? Header. Now see that label name is changing. What's the label name? Here I am changing it. I'm changing it to header. I'm changing it to header. Automatically here also it is changed. So you can change the control names. This is by default is a label, text label. I'm changing it as control. Better to go and rename the controls, case. See, if you are using the multiple text labels, you are not able to understand which label is using for what. So better way is whenever if you add any control from the insert tab, better to go and rename it. Now currently in the screen one, that is in this canvas pane, that is in the screen one, we are having only one control. Let me go and add another control, guys. If you want to add the controls, go to the insert tab and select the control, which control you want to add. Let's say I want to add another control called button. I want to add another control called button. Click on this. Now see, one more control is added. One more control is added. Now whatever the control you are adding here, you can see this control name, which control you are adding. What's the name? It is button. And what's the name here? It is also showing button. So if you want to change it, you can change it. If you want to change the name, you can go and change it. And now see, when I select this control, button control, it is displaying that whatever the control you are selecting, that particular control properties you are able to see it in where? Properties pane. Whatever the control you are selecting in the canvas pane, within the canvas pane, that control properties you are able to see it here. See here, guys, all the controls won't have the same properties. Control to control properties will be changing. Only few will be same. Only few properties will be same. And also there are few more properties where it will be different. If you go to the text input, if you go to this text control, here you can see these are the properties. These are the some of the properties. But if you can go to the button, you can see some other different types of properties here. You can see some other different types of properties. So property to control, the properties will change. There are few properties where will be same for all the controls, and there are some properties where it will be different from control to control. So whenever if you want to add any controls to design the app, then go to the insert tab and select the proper control, which control you want to add it to the screen. Now see here, guys, I'm having one button here. Now my requirement here is I want to add another screen. Currently I'm having only one screen. Screen one. I want to add another screen. If you want to add another screen, you can go and add another screen from this new screen. Click on this new screen. Click on this new screen. From here, you can add the screen, guys. Click on this blank screen. If you can use the blank screen, or there are some predefined templates will be there. Scrollable screen, list screen, form screen. If you want to use it any predefined templates, you can go and use it. Better to go and create the app from the scratch. So I will select the blank screen. Click on this blank screen. Now see, one more screen is added. This is screen one. This is my screen one, and this is my screen two. In screen one, there are two controls I'm adding. There are two controls. When coming to the screen two, in the screen two, I don't have any control. This is my screen two, guys, and this is my screen one. So you can add the multiple screens from here. Now what's my requirement here is? What's my requirement here is? When I click on this button, when I click on this button, when I click on this button, I want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2. When I click on this button, I want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2. Now how to navigate it? When I click on this button, I want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2. Now how to navigate it? If you want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2 by using this button will have one property, guys. This button will have one property. That property will call it as on select property. If you see by default, on select property. By default, what is the state of this on select? It is false condition. It is false condition. So the next pane I'm going to discuss here is, let me select, let me explain about this. This pane will call it as what? Properties list, guys. And the fifth pane I'm going to discuss here is properties list. Now what this properties list pane will contain is, properties list pane will contain is, it will contains the properties list pane, it will contains the list of properties, the list of properties for a selected control, for a selected control. Properties list pane, properties list pane will control, will contains the list of properties, will contains the list of properties, list of properties for a selected control. Now see, if I select the demo, I can see this control properties from where? From here you can find out it. You can see the whatever the properties you want to see, which is used to format this, which is used to format this control. Not only this place, not only from here, you can see all these controls. You can see all these controls from this properties list also. This is the pane, properties list pane. From here also you can see, guys. Now see, here you can see the text. When I go to the, when I select the control button, from here you can see the text in the properties pane. If you go to this properties list also, if you click on the drop down, here also you are able to find out the text. Here also you can find out the text. See, here also you can find out the text. Second one is what? Font. You can find out the font from here also. You can find out the font from here also. See, you can find out it. And also go to this control, select the font weight. Select the font weight. What if you select the font weight here, automatically that font weight will be selected here also. Here also. What is the font weight? Currently it is in the bold. Currently it is in the bold. If you go and select the font style, automatically it is selecting the font style here. And if you go and click on anything, anywhere, if you go and click on the color, now see automatically here also it is displaying what? Color. So you can go and format the controls in the canvas pane either by using this properties pane, or you can go and use this by using the properties list pane. Both are same, guys. You can select it from here, or you can go and select it from here. Instead of going and selecting from here, it will somewhat difficult to scroll down. You can select it here. If you go and select this demo control, demo text box, if you select the text, automatically the text is selected here. So you, whatever the options you are selecting here, whatever the controls, whatever the properties you are selecting here, if you select that property from here, that property will be selected from here also. So the fifth one is what? Properties list pane. What the properties list pane will contains? Whatever the properties you are able to see here, the same properties you are able to find out from here also. Both are same. You can go and use it anyone. And next one is ribbon formula bar, guys, not ribbon. Next one is what? Formula bar. Now what the formula bar will contains? Now what the formula bar? Formula bar menu or a pane. Formula bar menu or a pane. Now what is this formula bar menu? This is the place, formula bar, this is the place where we can write the PowerFX language code. Let me keep here, guys. Formula bar is the place, is the place where we can write, where we can write the PowerFX language code. PowerFX language code. Now see here, guys, formula bar is the place where we can go and write the PowerFX language code. Now what is this PowerFX? What is this PowerFX? PowerFX is a functional language. PowerFX is a functional language. PowerFX is a functional language. Is a PowerFX is a functional language which is used to write some functions or a code, which is used to write some functions or a code to perform some actions, within the canvas app. Now see here, guys, what is the action I want to perform here is, what is the action I want to perform here is, whenever I click on this button, this is the button, right? This is the button control. Whenever I click on this button, I need to navigate from screen one. Currently I'm in the screen one. Currently I'm in the screen one. Whenever I click on this button, I want to navigate from screen one to screen two. Now if you want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2, you need to go and write what? You need to go and use the PowerFX functional language. There are some predefined PowerFX functions will be there, guys. All these are called as functions. How the functions will have in the Excel file, same thing will have the functions here also. So in order to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2, when I click on this button, I need to go and use some PowerFX functions. Where we can go and write that PowerFX functions is within the formula bar. Within the formula bar, you can go and use the, or you can go and write the PowerFX functions. Now what's my requirement here is, whenever I click on this button, I want to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2. So select the button. This button will have one property. That property is called as on select property, guys. If you go and click on this drop down, this button will have one of the property called on select property. On select, when I select this button, what action I need to perform? Currently it is not performing any operations. So let me remove it. Let me remove it from the formula bar. Let me remove it from the formula bar. Now in order to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2, on the on select property, I'm going to use one function, PowerFX function. What that function is? Navigate function, guys. Navigate function. Now I want to navigate to which screen? Screen 2. Select the screen. To which screen you want to navigate? I want to navigate to screen 2. Close it. Navigate, open brackets. Into which screen you want to navigate? Screen 2, and then close it. Open brackets and close the brackets. Now once after using the function, PowerFX function, that is navigate, and then go and save the app, guys. Go and save the app. Click on the save button here. You'll have an option called save. Click on the save button. When I click on the save button, the app is going to be saved. Let me save it first. Once the app is saved, now you can go and click on this play button, guys. This is the play button. You want to test the app. You want to test this app. Now what I want to test, when I click on this button, I want to test, I'm able to navigate from screen 1 to screen 2 or not. So to test the app, you need to go and play it. You can go and play the app. Now click on this play button. Now see, this is the header I'm keeping demo. Now this is the button. Whenever I click on this button, now see it is navigating to screen 2 or not? Yes. Now to understand, in this screen 2, let me add one control. And let me align it, and let me change the font as screen 2. Also let me change the size, some size, and also let me keep it in bold. Now see here, guys, go to the screen 1. Now go and play this. Go and click on the play button. Now when I click on this button, now see I'm navigating to screen 2 or not? Yes. Now if you want to write any functions, if you want to go and write any functions, so you can go and write it where? Within the formula bar. When I select this button, on select of this button, I need to, what operation I need to perform? I need to navigate from screen 1 to, currently I'm in the screen 1, I want to navigate to which screen? Screen 2. So this formula bar is what means? Formula bar is the place where you can go and write the PowerFX functions, PowerFX language functions, or a, we'll call it as a code. We'll use some functions here, guys. We are not going to write any coding languages here. It is a separate functional language. We are going to use it in the Power Apps. What's that functional languages? PowerFX is the functional language we are going to use it here. And next one, what is the next section? App actions pane. Now what is this app actions pane, guys? Now what is this app actions pane? Now see, which section we'll call it as app actions pane is, this is the section. This section we'll call it as a app actions pane. Now within the app actions pane, first thing you can perform is you can go and save the app. Don't forget to save the app, guys. Whenever if you perform any single operation in the canvas pane, better to go and save it. Now see, currently it is not saved. Click on the save button. Now see, the save button is disabled. If you go and perform any modifications on this, now see, automatically now this save button is enabled. Now let me go and save it. So One of the option you are able to see it in the app actions. App actions is first one is it is used to save the app, and the second one is play button. Preview, if you want to test this app, if you want to test the app, you can test it with the help of this preview the app. When I click on it, now you can play the app case, you can test the function, you can test the app is working properly or not. So the next one is so the next one is play button. And next one more button we are having here is one more is share button guys, or before share we'll have one more is publish button. What is this publish? Let me keep here first. One more action we can perform here is publish. Publish. Now try to understand guys, by using this publish option we can publish this app. Now see, whenever you are creating the app, whenever you are creating the app, don't forget to save it. Once after saving, before you are going to close this tab, before you are going to close the power apps, before you are going to close it, go and publish it guys. Go and click on the publish button. Now click on this publish this version. Click on the publish this version. When I click on this, now the app is published. Once if you publish your app, you are able to see your app whenever you open the power apps again. Once after some time if you go and open the power apps again, if you want to see your app as usual, what are the developments you did, don't forget to go and publish it. If you are not publishing, then whatever the development you did in this canvas app, you are not able to see it again. Some cases you are not able to see. So always better to go and do what? Go and publish it. And next one more option you can see here is share. If you want to share this app to any other persons, directly you can go and click on the share button guys. From here you can go and share it. From here you can go and share it. For now I'm not going to show it. Just what is the next option we are having here is share button. With the help of this share button, you can share the app to the users. And one more is app checker. Now what is the functionality of this app checker is, this app checker will display the errors, will display the errors cache. If your app is having any errors, any debugs will be there, then this app checker automatically, you no need to go and check, run this app checker guys, automatically it will show some errors if you have any apps, or otherwise you can go and run this app. When if you go and run this app, it will check your app it is perfectly 100% or not. If you have any errors in your app, it will display the errors here. You can go and use this app checker to see or to identify what the errors you are doing in what is the errors you are having in your apps. This is the app actions case. What actions you can perform here? You can save the app, you can play the app, you can publish the app, you can share the app, and you can see the errors of the app. If the app is having any errors, you can see it. And next, finally, one more pane. What's that another pane? Screen selector case. Now what is the screen selector? Finally one more pane is there, that is screen selector. Screen selector pane. Now what is the screen selector pane is? Screen selector pane, it is used to it is used to it is used to switch switch between between the multiple screens. It is used to switch between the multiple screens. Now see how many screens I am having in this app now currently. In this demo app there are two screens. One is screen 1, second is screen 2. Now if you want to switch between the screens, you can go to this screen selector. This is the screen selector pane guys. From here to here, this is the screen selector pane. When I click on the screen selector, now see it will display the screens, whatever the screens you are having, screen 1 and screen 2. Currently I'm in the screen 1, it is displaying the tick mark. I want to go to screen 2, you can select the screen 2 here. Now automatically you will go to where? Screen 2. Or if you want to select the screen 1, you can select the screen 1. This is the one way easily where you can go and switch between the screens within the canvas pane. Another way is you can come to this left navigation under the tree view, go to the screens. Here you can find out the screens case. Screen 1, screen 2. You can select from here also. Instead of going and selecting from here, if you add 10 screens, it is not that much easy to scroll down and seeing which screen you want to go. Directly go to the screen selector. Here it will displays all the screens, whatever the screens you are having. You can select the screen to which screen you want to navigate. So screen selector is used for what? Means it is used to switch between the multiple screens. I'm having the two screens here. If you want to switch between these two screens means go and select it. And one more is I'm having one option here called where we can zoom in and zoom out the screen, guys. Now see, if you want to zoom in or zoom out this canvas pane, if you want to zoom in or zoom out this canvas pane, you can go and use it. If you want to zoom out, if you want to zoom in, select this one, select it, you can zoom. Or if you want to zoom in, you can select it, you can reduce it. This is the one way by using this option. If you click on this, it will be fit to the window, guys. If you, let us say if I'm zooming to 80 90% and I click on this, what happens? It is going to fit to the screen. Now see, it is fitting to the screen. So if you want to zoom in and zoom out this canvas pane, you can go and use this options. Or otherwise you can, instead of going and using this, just click on the control button in your laptop and then scroll down or up, guys. If you click on the control button and scroll down or scroll up, automatically you can go and resize your canvas pane. You can zoom in and zoom out. How it will be means, once one way is you can go and use it this zoom in and zoom out. Another way is click on the control button in your system and scroll down or scroll up. Scroll down or scroll up, you can automatically zoom in and zoom out. So this is what the complete introduction to Power Apps Studio user interface, guys. This is the Power Apps Studio user interface. Within the Power Apps user interface, Power Apps Studio user interface UI, how many sessions will be there? There are totally 8 sections will be there. First one is what? First one is what? Canvas pane. First one is what? Canvas pane. Second one is what? Ribbon pane. Third one is what? Properties pane. This is the third one. Third one is properties pane. First one is what? Canvas pane. Second one is what? Ribbon pane. And next, fourth one is what? App authoring pane, or we'll call it as left navigation page. Fourth one is what? App authoring pane. And fifth one is what? Properties list pane. Same, whatever the properties you are able to see it here, same you can see it from here also. This is the fifth one. This is the fifth section. And next one, sixth one is what? Formula bar. Sixth one is what? Formula bar. And seventh one is what? App actions. Seventh one is what? App actions. And finally, eighth one is what? Screen selector. What's the eighth one? Screen selector. These are the different sections the Power App Studio will contains. And here we discussed about what the each section will do, what the canvas pane will do, what the ribbon pane will contains, next what the properties pane will contains, what the app authoring menu will contains, or we'll call it as left navigation. Simply you can call it as left navigation. And what the properties list contains, what we can do with this formula bar. And then we discussed about what is this app actions pane and then screen selector pane. By using these different types of sections, you can go and build what? You can go and build the apps in the Power Apps. So in today's session, we discussed about what are the different sections of the Power Apps Studio user interface. So from tomorrow onwards, that is from next class onwards, we'll start the actual development, guys. In order to develop the apps, first of all, we need to have some knowledge on the user interface. What is the UI for Power Apps? What are the multiple sections will be there? Under each section, what we can perform? Then only we can quickly go and build the apps, guys. If you don't know what the each section will contains within the Power Apps Studio, it is somewhat difficult for you to understand in the coming classes. So at a high level, I'm giving you brief introduction to the Power Apps Studio user interface. So from next class onwards, we'll start the actual development of apps. Fine. Let me stop here today.